Good evening and welcome everyone. I have had a lot of problems getting this race underway, but we are finally gonna get it underway. Rain has been a problem all week for Indianapolis, but we're going racing. The Indy 250 is probably the second best race to try and win in the Sony Cup Series. It is a prestigious event, and it is one that many in the history go back and watch. This race is monumental. Ryan Griffin took a big historic victory at this racetrack last year. Can he repeat and return to victory lane? Since winning at Indianapolis, he won at Kansas a little after that too. But Indianapolis, he was the one who won this event last time out. The Indy 250 is beckoning for another race winner. And who's going to take the glory today? DJ Curtis is on pole. He took victory at Cleveland and has momentum on his side. Alongside of him is Season 9 champion Eric Burton. Alongside, we know that that race team has speed, but news for this race weekend, Yamp Motorsports is no more. During this race week, old team owner of Yamp Motorsports, Bryce Ballard, went into appeal for the Yamp Motorsports name, and now Shane Sides, the new team owner for this race team, have renamed this organization to Cybertron Motorsports. It's the second version of this race team, and that team name should ring a bell to many of you, as DJ Curtis won 2 championships for them in his career. Speaking of Curtis, he has signed a deal for 2021 with Cybertron Motorsports, so DJ Curtis will be leaving Curtis Racing at the end of the season. After winning at Cleveland, he'll be moving on, and he'll be going to Cybertron Motorsports, and that could be something big for him to return to a team he won his 2 titles with. But for today's race, it should be an exciting one. You have Curtis and Burton on the front row, then you have a pair of Dodges in row 2, and the CMs are in row 3. Let's get down to start the Indy 250. And they're off to the races, boys. We're gonna go green flag and racing in just a moment. DJ Curtis is back on his horse and has some confidence in the Sony Cup Series again. A 2-time champion, you can't say with 11 races remaining that Curtis and others around him are out of this championship fight. He's a 2-time champion for a reason, and DJ Curtis has really downplayed his opportunity in the 2020 season. This team has just been in a real rebuilding phase, or really a building phase, as they have been trying to go up and up. And they finally scored their first Sony Cup Series win at Cleveland. Eric Burton has not won a Sony Cup Series race since 2015 at Willow Springs. It's been a long time for Eric Burton, but this team won at Daytona for the July race earlier in the season. Can they get another victory? They're on the front row. But Ryan Acosta, Chris Dodd, back in row 2. The CM Racing cars have looked pretty speedy as well. They're in row 3, Luke Martin and John Hart. Martin needs to strike back in the championship mix. One driver that qualified very far back, Matt Rodriguez, he's starting mid-pack. He's the championship leader coming in this race by 10 points over Jake Bassinger. James Shelley starting a little further ahead, and the 71 Target Ford, he is trailing by 22 points. Martin by 23. Eric DeMax is starting a little further back there with his teammate. DeMax 42 back. The pole sitter coming in this race is 86 back. But the race is on at the Indy 250. Who is going to kiss the bricks this evening? DJ Curtis brings us to green, and we're racing. Down the back straightaway for the first time today, DJ Curtis clears Eric Burton. Ryan Acosta looking to try and make an attack on that 88 Ford, and that Dodge. The Dodges have been very fast with the Allen family racing team cars. As Acosta pushes up, he clears Eric Burton. He's going to second. Martin going to third. Here comes last year's winner, Ryan Griffin. He's shooting for fourth place. Luke Martin with a heck of a run on the opening lap. He's trying to go after second place. And Martin gets it away. Ryan Griffin is up to third place. Here comes John Hart. The inside line is right where you want to be. Jesse Tunner down to the inside of Eric Burton. Eric Burton had a great qualifying effort. He practiced very well. He was fastest in practice, and he was on the outside of the front row. But man, Turner, did he make contact there with Fitzwater? There he did. He did there. For sure he did. Oh, 3 wide, boys. Cody Lama squeezing through the middle, trying to clear Eric Burton. Burton not going to bow down. They're 3 wide. Lamas still keeping his nose in there. Not where you want to be. Burton on that corner panel. James Shelley's there too. Lets in Chris Dodd. Jake Bassinger to the inside of Ryan Griffin. Bassinger's only 10 points back. Incredible for Bassinger coming in this season, or at least coming in for this race. Bassinger has started 18 races. That's 1 less race than what everyone has done in the full-time cars. Martin looked about it to the inside on DJ Curtis, but Curtis had the advantage there. Martin had to stick his nose back in second place. Griffin looking to get a run on the 0 car. Jesse Tunner doing battle with Fitzwater. Caution flag is out. Race to the finish line. DJ Curtis will take us under the yellow flag, and there's a big crash down in turn 3. Here's what happened down in turn 3. Man, Bobby Jones made contact with Sean Harpo, and Joseph Shrigley got into the corner panel on Bobby Jones, spinning back up the track. A huge crash. That was a hard hit from Jack Halleck to Bobby Jones, and Joseph Shrigley also getting the piece of that. Shrigley very aggressive. That was a part-time attempt for this race weekend from the 39 team. That's a Rising Group entry. And Joseph Shrigley is out of the race along with Halleck and Jones. That was a heavy hit. Going to try and get another view of it. Yeah, Shrigley you had no business putting your nose there. It just got into him. Halleck is just behind this crash when it happens. Jones hits the wall, pushes Shrigley back up the track. This is a scary view. And man, right side, driver's side, Shrigley took a heavy look to the barrier too, and into the catch fence. Bobby Jones flies into that fencing. Luckily, many other drivers got to the inside and missed this accident. But Bobby Jones, lucky that all these drivers were able to walk away from this. Indianapolis, it is a scary racetrack. You're flying around this event by about 200 miles an hour plus around into these corners. And Indianapolis will, if you don't respect this track, it's almost like Darlington. You have to have some respect for this track or you will get hurt. And this was a big crash to start the race. On board with Bobby Jones. Another view of it, but from Joseph Shrigley. Man, Bobby Jones just flew into that catch fence. Lucky that these drivers walked away from this early in the race, but there was no takers on pit road. A little bit surprising to me. I expected somebody would top off or maybe change some tires to have some better grip on the long run. But DJ Curtis will lead over Luke Martin, Ryan Griffin, Jake Bassinger, John Hart. There's Ryan Acosta. He got a beautiful restart on Hart. He's looking to take position on him. There's Zachary Fitzwater, Jesse Tunner, Chris Dodd, and James Shelley, the top 10. Then it's Lamas, Burton, Yepes, Fisher, Benyako, Rogers, Sanford, James Collins, and Klein, the top 20. The outside groove continues to be where you really don't want to be. These guys getting pushed back. Jake Bassinger, Ryan Acosta. There needs to be grip up there for it to work. There's no grip there. Luke Martin again really showing DJ Curtis the inside. He is pointing his car down in turn 3 very low, trying to get Curtis to do something to mess up his corner. But Curtis continuing to lead. Ryan Griffin in the 43, looking for a way to get by the 0. It has not been a good opening few laps for the championship leader of Matthew Rodriguez. He is dropping positions. There goes Silver Fox, there goes Schwellenberg, there goes Young, and Jeffrey Lynn's got a run on him. That is a lot of race cars that have flown by Matthew Rodriguez. He is down to 28th. They're racing hard in front of him. Dejon Weeks qualified in practice very bad, but he is working his way towards the front, or at least trying to get up to the top 20. There's Zayden Davidson, who has also struggled for the Heroes Motorsports Ford. He's in the middle of this battle as well. Luke Martin to the inside of DJ Curtis. Curtis Racing got the victory last time out. CM Racing looking to get back on the top. Luke Martin door to door. Martin has won here at the Indianapolis many times before. Luke Martin's good here at Indy. He goes the inside and takes the advantage. Ryan Griffin and John Art going to take DJ Curtis for position. Curtis is going from the lead down to 4th place. Zachary Fitzwater is on the attack. Race for 21st continues to be where it's at. Eric DeMax, who is also right up there in the championship mix, and like I mentioned in the pre-race with DJ Curtis, you just can never count out anyone in the points race. Dylan Schwellenberg, even though he's 150 back, you never really can count anyone out. He's racing with Eric DeMax. This is for the all-important 21st battle. And Dylan Young, a past winner of this event, racing with Matthew Rodriguez, who is on the rebound after dropping down the places. Race for the lead is building up again as the 43 of Ryan Griffin, last year's winner. Beautiful pass to the inside on Luke Martin. Martin not going to challenge him. Gives that position up. Doesn't decide to race Griffin down to that corner. Usually you'll see drivers pinch each other down on turn 2, but Martin let him have it so he can have a better exit to be able to defend against DJ Curtis. Jesse Turner has entered this battle for the lead. He's up to 4th place. 5th place is John Art, Chris Dodd, Ryan Acosta, Zachary Fitzwater, James Shelley. That is the top 10. Or actually, Eric Burton has joined the top 10. Jake Bassinger's outside of it with Cody Lamas. But Chris Dodd going to the inside on John Art. The Dodges of the Allen Family Racing Team cars, they look very good. All 3 of them are inside of the top 6. And John Art, I tell you, from 5th place to outside the top 10, it is crazy how there is no grip whatsoever on the top group. And for the lead, Luke Martin and DJ Curtis going to the inside of Ryan Griffin, but Griffin powering back on that high side. The high side has not really developed at the moment in this event. But Martin should have the high ground in the turn 1. He flies his 0 IKEA Chevy to the point. Ryan Griffin going to go to the inside on DJ Curtis for 2nd place. Chris Dodd looking very aggressive to the inside of Jesse Turner. Turner trying to come back at him though on the high side. Jesse Turner has never won at Indianapolis for the Indy 250. He wants to add that to his resume. What a move by Ryan Acosta to throw a block on Fitzwater and to make an opportunity pass on his teammate Chris Dodd. Ryan Acosta is another driver we believe could be a threat. All 3 of those Dodges, the 43, the 44, and the 45, should be bullets this afternoon to contest the victory. The CM and the CM Racing cars and Curtis Racing cars have also proven to be fast. The Turner Performance cars are mighty quick around here. The Fisher Motorsports team of Zachary Fitzwater impressing me in the early going. He's up here battling to get in the top 5. Outside of the top 10, we will go and show you the battles. James Shelley and Eric Burton, they're 11th and 12th. Diego Yepes, a phenomenal run for the Cybertron Motorsports team. Yes, Cybertron Motorsports, this is what this team's named now. Cybertron Motorsports, this 38 car, running behind his teammate Eric Burton. A good run right now for them guys. Zach Rodgers and Jordan Fisher making up the top 15. Charles Sanford, Alex Bignacco, Kyle Collins, Jeff James, and Eric DeMax. Eric DeMax into the top 20 now as they have made their way around of Hayden Klein. Klein moving down some places in the 08 machine. Klein also in the 08, the Season 4 champion. He won this race back in Season 2. Klein will be driving the 90 team, the 90 car for Roush Family Racing next year. I don't know if we've documented that in a race yet, but Klein very excited about that move to go drive for another race team. We don't know who's going to be in that Young Wicked racing car for next year, but the the Rodriguez racing cars, the Toyotas, are all deep in the field. But this race is long from over. Eric DeMax, Matt Rodriguez, and Dylan Schwellenberg have a ways to go and have to make some adjustments. Peter Onjak, what a move to the inside on Dom Caps there. Onjak in the Red Bull Camry, trying to make a move on the Season 6 champion. This is a battle for 28th place. Zayden Davidson riding in 30th, going to the inside of the 15 Red Bull car. Dejon Weeks, this is unfamiliar territory really for him. He usually is battling in the lead, but this 37 team, possibly not as prepared as the other Monster Energy racing cars, but Dejon Weeks brings a lot of experience in his last couple of years in the Cup Series. He's usually up there in the top 10 in points, and running in the 37 car deep in the field, 31st, is not going to help his case in trying to get another top 10 finish in the standings. Vince Freeze down to 32nd, Caleb Hoffman 33rd, and then you have Sean Harple. Doug Lockrow getting a challenge here by Alexander Rowe. Rowe's going to go to the inside. A big move by Alexander Rowe, the current Rookie of the Year championship leader. The 05 to the inside of Lockrow makes that pass. Bouchard, Bishop Jr., and Julio Caesar. That is down to 39th, and that is all the cars that are on the lead lap and running, as all the other cars are out of this one. But Jake Bassinger and Cody Lamas, where have they came from? This is a replay, but Bassinger and Lamas, they have been picking their way through race cars. Got by Fitzwater, got by Turner, got by Acosta. That 97 in the 4 car, they are on rails. Battle for the lead at the front. The 97 on the outside of Luke Martin. He got to his outside off of turn 2, and he's been able to hold it and round in turn 3 and 4. A 3-wide pass for the lead. Ryan Griffin, what a move. Bassinger had to dive out of that one, but Martin being more on the attack on the high side here. Ryan Griffin has help from Jake Bassinger. Ryan Griffin and Chris Dodd and Cody Lamas, they haven't won a race all season. They want to grab a victory for round 20. It'll be 20 races into the 2020 season, and it's been a long time coming for some of these guys. Griffin's had to wait a year. Cody Lamas has had to wait like 4 years. Chris Dodd's never won sorry, I forgot the 2019 Daytona 500, but it's been a year and a half for Chris Dodd. Zachary Fitzwater, it's been 3 years. A lot of drivers at the front of the pack sniff a chance at victory. They are competitive in this race, and it's fun to see. These guys are flying around this racetrack about 200 miles an hour. Ryan Griffin looks pretty quick this afternoon. He's got to be excited, but under the helmet of that machine, Jesse Turner looking for a pass on his teammate. Near contact there. He let off the gas and gave his teammate some slack there. Bassinger tucks back in line. Kind of wonder when we'll get another caution. These guys are throwing their race cars in these corners. They're all in a line right now. Luke Martin's going to try and go for the lead, but this is a 13-car breakaway, as you see all the way back to Diego Yepes. He tails in 13th, and it's Zach Rogers, nearly 8 seconds behind right now. But for the lead, they are 3 wide. 3 wide again. What a move there. Griffin banged off of the 0. And Ryan Griffin powers back. But Luke Martin, you really want to be on the inside into turn 1. You have to have nerves of steel to take a pass on the high side in turn 1. And Luke Martin regains the lead. Jake Bassinger's up to 2nd. Fitzwater's up to 3rd. And Curtis is up to 4th. Griffin, the biggest loser out of that one. Here's what happened. Martin slid. Bassinger had a great run. Contact there. Bassinger not wanting to give that up, but he eventually just could not make the corner without wrecking them. He had to back out of it. Jake Bassinger is going to try his hand at the lead again, but we're 28 laps into this run. That high side is building up a little bit. Can Luke Martin use that to his advantage? They're side by side, wheel to wheel for the lead of this event. All these drivers just want to get to the lead and stay there. You can control the race if you stay out front. These guys are racing like it's a super speedway, and it practically is. Near contact there. Curtis lifted. Shelley was in the middle, and he didn't want to back out of it. And that could cause a wreck. These guys not wanting to back out of positions that are going to make it tough later on. Shelley very much needs to make up some points this afternoon. But Matt Rodriguez so far down the order. Where is he at? The status of Matt Rodriguez. Rodriguez is 25th, and that is poor. If you want to fight for the title, the championship leader and his teammates of Schwellenberg and DeMax, they are nowhere right now. But still, adjustments and pit stops have yet to be made, and we'll have to see what kind of adjustments they make. Jesse Turner to the inside of Ryan Acosta for 5th place. Cody Lamas, there he is to the inside of Turner, but Acosta way out of the shape. A lot of speed lost down in turn 1 when you're on the outside. Chris Dodd, Eric Burton, Diego Yepes all go by. James Shelley and DJ Curtis also struggled massively there. They're down to 12th and 13th. Martin and Bassinger continuing to do battle for the lead of this one. And man, Chris Dodd and Eric Burton, they almost made contact there, but Bassinger gets the lead from Luke Martin. Ryan Griffin going to go back after 2nd place, and he's got it. That car rotates so well. Cody Lamas equally is running very good this afternoon, but he can't make a pass on Luke Martin there. Luke Martin has a run into the inside on Ryan Griffin. He's going to get this pass made. Zachary Fitzwater, what a move to the inside of Cody Lamas. That was near disaster, and Fitzwater's going to run him in the wall if he's not careful. Zachary Fitzwater is aggressive. It's been since 2017 and 2016 for the guy to his right. These guys really want to get a victory. John Hart, too. John Hart's never won a Sony Cup Series race in the 3 car. His teammate of Luke Martin has won 3 times this season. And Art has scored 0. And he's 15th in points to boot. And so that doesn't help Art's confidence either. But a hornet's nest really for 8th place, with Shelley Curtis holding on to 8th and 9th. Top 10 position goes to Chris Dodd at the moment. But Diego Yepes to his inside. A great run by Yepes. Yepes is into the top 10. The race for the lead. These front 3, possibly the favorite to win this race this afternoon. Luke Martin takes the lead from Jake Bassinger. Art further back, trying to close onto this battle for 5th place, with Lamas and Turner making up the top 5. Fitzwater's actually got a run for 3rd. Is he going to stick it to the inside? He pushes up. His car's looking very tight. And Cody Lamas is back to his inside. Battle for 14th place. Charles Sanford to the inside of Zach Rogers. Sanford gets by. Jordan Fisher also going to get by. Back in the top 15. Jeff James trying to push his way past. It's like a train, basically, of these guys trying to push Zach Rogers to the back. And the Rodriguez Racing cars, lap 35, still where they were. It's been a while. I mean, these guys will be coming to pit soon, but it is amazing. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. Caution flag is out. Cody Lamas is in trouble, and it looks like John Hart might have had a piece of that. Here's what happened. Cody Lamas was on the very high side. John Hart made a move on Fitzwater. Fitzwater hesitated, and a big move. DJ Curtis also getting a piece of that. And out of the race, Cody Lamas is going to drop. And DJ Curtis may have had slight contact there, and Fitzwater with some heavy damage trying to get it back to the pits. Going to get another view of it. Fitzwater commits his line to the corner, but he has to hesitate because John Hart's there. And Fitzwater gets loose and tight at the same time. And Lamas is there. Contact with the 4 Lowe's Camry. The Camaro. and contact with them 3 drivers up in the outside wall hard. No safer barrier there. DJ Curtis unlucky to get damage from Fitzwater. Shelley, 3rd in the championship, gets by with no damage. Yepes and Acosta also get by. Leaving pit road, it's no surprise with pit stops looming that all the drivers came down and took service. Luke Martin is going to be the leader over Jake Bassinger, Jesse Turner, Ryan Griffin, James Shelley, Diego Yepes, Ryan Acosta, Chris Dodd, Charles Sanford, and DJ Curtis. When we come back to the green, it'll be lap 40 out of 100. Luke Martin, there is all the drivers. We have 38 drivers still running, and all of them are on the lead lap. Martin, Bassinger, Turner, Griffin, Shelley, that is the top 5. These drivers will be looking to take the green flag after making some adjustments to their machines, and Martin brings them back and underway again. And that was a great start. A big jump by Luke Martin over Jake Bassinger, over Turner, Griffin, Shelley, Diego Yepes in the 38. This team has kind of struggled a little bit since the summer break after losing Dejon Weeks, who was a big asset to that organization. And this team is going to have many different drivers filling this machine for the rest of the season. And Yepes in the 38's been in this race car the last couple of events. And Yepes didn't quite have the best result at Cleveland after being in a crash with Weeks on lap 1. But Yepes running in 6th place, having a decent chance to do something for this afternoon. He's got a decent car. That car has proven to battle for the win on tracks like this. Bassinger's under attack from his teammate Jesse Turner. Speaking of, Yepes just pushes Griffin into the wall. But Turner has been challenging Bassinger for position. They're near 3 wide back there for 4th. Turner finally gets the position. He's up to 2nd place. Eric Burton making up the top 10. He's trying to close in on the leaders. Jordan Fisher, Alex Bianco, DJ Curtis, Dylan Schwillenberg, Jeff James, Eric DeMax, Zach Rogers, Kyle Collins, Rodriguez, and Jeffrey Lynn. And race for the lead at the front of the pack. Jesse Turner, 2015 champion. There he goes with his teammate of Jake Bassinger in tow. Turner Performance 1-2 at the moment, with Diego Yepes in 3rd place. Ryan Acosta had been working on Diego Yepes the last couple laps since that restart. He's finally worked his way by. He's up to 3rd place, and Luke Martin dropping back a little bit. Chris Dodd to his inside. Dodd in the 44 has had shinings of brilliance in that 44 machine. Chris Dodd was very good at Chicagoland, very good at Watkins Glen as well, but just not had the results to show for it. And in the top 10, a much better season than the last couple that he's been in. And Dodd's coming into his own, showing that he can race at the front of the pack in a top car. And Dodd for Allen Family Racing Team, he could be a sleeper for this event. The damage on that 8 car of DJ Curtis seems pretty severe. Curtis is having his hands full. The pole sitter for today's race for the Indy 250, Curtis has been going backwards. Kyle Collins in the 86 looking to get right by him with James Swarfox, Richard Johnson, Dom Capps, and Vince Freeze in tow. But Curtis has just been going backwards. He is struggling with the balance on that 8 machine. But up in front of him, Dylan Young and Jeff James, hard racing for 17th. The front 4 are trying to check out. Whoa, contact right there, the Red Bull of Charles Sanford. He was trying to get by Diego Yepes. He made that pass work. And man, Yepes trying all he can out there, and he's really being impressive. But at the front, Turner Performance is surrounding the 45 Allen Family Racing Team car of Ryan Acosta. Ryan Acosta is no slouch behind the wheel. He knows how to get it done. He has really come of age in the Sony Cup Series. Jesse Turner, James Shelley, Jake Bassinger. The only driver missing is Zach Rogers, who has been riding around about 15th all race at the moment. But Acosta under fire. Here comes Shelley to the inside in the 71 car. And James Shelley going up to second place. Gonna bring Jake Bassinger with him. Turner Performance Racing looking super good as they all go 1, 2, 3. And as we close in on halfway, somebody on the pit wall is gonna have to think, how are we gonna beat these 3 Fords this afternoon? Impressive run by the Red Bull of Charles Sanford to be inside the top 10. We have yet to see raw pace on the ovals by the Red Bull team, and Charles Sanford running in 7th place. He had a phenomenal pit stop. Sanford's ahead of Eric Burton with Ryan Griffin in 9th and into the clutches, and how about that? The Rodriguez Racing Camrys. Eric DeMax is closing in on 10th place. All they needed to do was make some adjustments. Eric DeMax is in 11th, closing down for 10th. 12th place is Dylan Schwellenberg trying to come to the front. Then Fisher and Benyako, the points leader. Matt Rodriguez in the middle of that mess. Chris Dodd looking to get in the battle with his teammate. Chris Dodd is down to the inside of James Shelley. Dodd had to lift a little. His car doesn't seem as confident in the corners, but Dodd got a great run off of turn 4. Teammates door to door for position. Bassinger high with his teammate Shelley. The Allen Family Racing Team cars to the inside there and will take over 2nd and 3rd. Chris Dodd has the Red Bull and the Cybertron Motorsports car right behind them. Chris Dodd and Ryan Acosta, their teammate of Ryan Griffin, is also closing back in. He's back there in 9th. He is in the middle of this battle. 10th place, Eric DeMax. Dylan Schwellenberg trying to get in the top 10. Past halfway in the Indianapolis 250 for the 2020 Indianapolis 250. The Dodge is charging on that 17. Here comes Chris Dodd looking for 2nd place. The car pushes into turn 3. They get to racing each other. Slight contact between the teammates. You're only halfway in the race, boys. You have to keep your nose pointed straight and keep on trucking. Even though these are cars and the trucks were on IRP last time in Friday, but we got to keep on going. You can't get wrecked on lap 52. But Ryan Acosta, it's clear he is not the best Dodge or even the best car behind him. He's struggling a little bit right now as John Arndt, who is very slow, holding up Jesse Turner. Arndt was in the last caution. Here comes Acosta. Dodd down to the inside. A Congo line to the inside around the lap car of John Arndt and Charles Sanford for Red Bull Racing. It's great to see Red Bull Racing making the step up to be competitive, to run with the leaders in the Indy 250. Bassinger's in 5th, playing defensive on Eric Burton, a past teammate of his. But Chris Dodd to his inside. Dodd to the inside on Ryan Acosta. And Chris Dodd, the 2019 Daytona 500 champions, up to 2nd. And Acosta shuts the door on Sanford. And they're going back and forth. Race for 2nd. Ryan Acosta back to the inside on Chris Dodd. Charles Sanford going to fill that void. And with the 2 teammates racing each other for 2nd place, it allows the Red Bull to split them. Ryan Acosta, he is just not that fast. He is not able to suck up on Jesse Turner, and in the corners, he really struggles. Dodd to the inside on Charles Sanford. That's for 3rd. He's under attack by the Turner Performance Racing cars. Shelley's gone by. Jake Bassinger's gone by. Ryan Griffin going to move up in place. Luke Martin as well. That high side is just miserable. And there goes Dodd again. Dodd has the better car, but Acosta can just put one back on him. While this is happening, Jesse Turner's loving every minute of it at the front of the pack, pulling the gap. The race for 2nd continues to roar. Chris Dodd just kicked his teammate so far down the running order, they finally got by that 45. Ryan Acosta was doing a phenomenal job to stay up there in 2nd and 3rd. But his race car just isn't really there in the corners. He is struggling to get through the corners. And Chris Dodd finally gets away without any challenge from his teammate and sets out to try and chase down Jesse Turner. Jake Bassinger, Ryan Griffin race for 5th further back, but the front 4 are clear. Checking in on Matthew Rodriguez, 16th place for the number 9. Very inconsistent runs right now by this race team. They're the championship leader coming into this event, but it doesn't look like Rodriguez will carry that point lead on unless in this next round of pit stops they can make a big swing at having something. Matthew Rodriguez has not really been in the talk of even a top 10 result, and that's exactly what he needs, just to be running the top 10. But Rodriguez, very poor. His teammates are trying to close in on the leaders to get into the top 10. An engine failure from Sean Harple in the Hero Motorsports 27 bunch, and out of the event on lap 63, Sean Harple, he was running down in the 33rd position, but that's tough. Harple, the 2016 Hardee's National Series champion, his race is over. Race for 2nd position, here comes Jake Bassinger to the inside of Chris Dodd. Dodd really struggled in turn 1. He lost a lot of momentum, and Eric Burton's gone by. There goes Ryan Acosta. Luke Martin and James Shelley has a run too, but Dodd plays a defensive line to hold on to that place. Bassinger, Burton, Acosta, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Jesse Turner looking beautiful out front in that Aflac Ford. He's trying to pat another victory. Eric Burton to the inside of Bassinger. That top side has worked in some rubber and is looking very quick, but Burton has some friends on the inside. Eric Burton, season 9 champion. 5 years. 5 years it has been since his last victory. Could Burton get back to victory lane in the most incredible circumstances? He was supposed to be part-time this season on the outside of the front row for qualifying, fastest in practice, and he's setting out on a pace to try and catch the fastest car on the racetrack at the moment of Jesse Turner. The racing at the front of the pack continues to change lap after lap. These battles have been fun to watch, but Jesse Turner is holding a decent lead on these guys. He's not allowing these drivers to draft up on him and make a challenge. And really, Sanford messed up turn 4. Dodd's back in 2nd. Burton's underneath of Sanford for 3rd. Sanford for Red Bull. This has got to be a positive for them this afternoon. He's going to get Kent dropped, though, in this corner. Martin to his inside. Acosta also. James Shelley, Jake Bassinger. That's all the way down to 8th. 9th is Ryan Griffin. And into the top 10, it's Dylan Schwellenberg with Eric DeMax and Jordan Fisher. Eric Burton back alongside of Chris Dodd, trying to hang in with him. Dodd had a great run down the straightaway, but we know that 88 bunch has some good horsepower. They've been fast all weekend, and Burton powers back to 2nd. Luke Martin's going to take that loss of momentum by the 44 to his advantage. And Luke Martin up to 3rd place, bringing James Shelley. And pit stops are unfolding. James Shelley is down pit road. Someone else is also in the pits. A handful of drivers are pitting early. Some guys that were further back in the field. Season 5 Indianapolis winner Dylan Young is also on pit road. Richard Johnson is also pitting. But the leader is Jesse Turner in the 17. When will he stop? This is the last time we expect all the drivers to come down pit road, make one final adjustment to their race cars. And Jesse Turner, is he going to pit this time? Will Eric Burton pit this time? Eric Burton's coming in. Jesse Turner is also coming down pit road. Luke Martin, Chris Dodd, Jake Bassinger stay out. Race for the lead at a turn 3. When will everyone pit? Martin again staying out. No, he isn't. What a move by Luke Martin to power around turn 4 and get ahead of Chris Dodd. Wow. I think he might have thought that he might have got Chris Dodd thinking that he was going to stay out and just start it in. What a move. Luke Martin getting away very well. Chris Dodd had a very poor stop. And that's going to cost him some time. Jordan Fisher, what a stop there for the 2 car. Fisher got ahead of Bassinger. And there goes Jesse Turner. He was the leader. Eric Burton behind with James Shelley. Luke Martin trying to come out ahead of the 17, but it's not going to happen. It's Jesse Turner over Eric Burton, James Shelley, then Luke Martin, Ryan Acosta, Ryan Griffin, Eric DeMax, Charles Sanford, Jordan Fisher, Jake Bassinger, Dylan Schwellenberg, Diego Yepes, Dylan Young way around the outside. Chris Dodd, that was a very slow stop. As pit stops try and cycle out, here comes Eric Burton. Burton going for the lead. Burton looking for the lead off of turn 2. And the 2 champions of the series duking it out for the race win in the Indy 250. Eric Burton's got lap cars to deal with. John Arts just up ahead. He's also trying to get around Daniel Bouchard. Slight contact with Jesse Turner and Bouchard. Burton trying to find a way around him. Oh, and Burton's going to get bunched in behind the lap cars. Jesse Turner gets back ahead of Eric Burton. Martin and Acosta draft up to these guys. And poor Eric Burton made a big move for the race win to get ahead of that 17 car. And he gets punted back to 5th after the lap cars hold him up in turn 3. He made a big move. And you hate to see it. Eric DeMax has had a big mountain to climb in this race, and he's going after the 43 for 6th place. Jordan Fisher looking to get a top 10 this afternoon. Fisher up the running order in 8th place. Dylan Schwellenberg's in 10th. Jake Bassinger trying to rebound. He's in 11th. Dylan Young's 12th. Dodd 13th. Yepes 14th. And Ray's for 15th, the championship leader, has still not made progress. Here comes Ryan Acosta down the back straightaway. He's to the inside on the 17 of Jesse Turner. Turner, for some reason, isn't firing off as quickly as we would have expected him to. The high side has worked his way in, but Ryan Acosta clears the 17. But as soon as I say that, here comes Jesse Turner to the inside of the 45. Entering the corners in turns 1 and 3. You want to be on the inside. And Jesse Turner, that's where you are. Turner into 3. Takes that lead back away. James Shelley looking to get the lead as well. Nearly thought about it. He's going to clear Acosta, but Acosta willing to a crossover. Yes, he will. It'll be 20 laps to go to decide the Indianapolis 250 for the Sony Cup Series 2020 season. Luke Martin is there. Burton really messed that corner up, but Martin's going to go from 4th to 2nd place. Big boy moves. Martin going to 2nd place. At this point, you still can't count out Eric DeMax. He's trying to close his way up to the leaders with DeMax, Griffin, Bassinger, Schwellenberg, Sanford, Fisher, and Young. Those are all the drivers that are still in the talk of this. They can close that gap down. They're still 3 seconds off. But Luke Martin, that CM Racing car, you need to get these tires warmed up. You need to make that pass now. The tires are as good as they're ever going to be in this run, and it gets harder and harder to make a pass as the tires fall off. Martin is on that back bumper. There he goes. He's going to the inside. Luke Martin to the inside. Oh, but he really washed up in that corner. Very loose, very tight as well. And the high side does tend to pay off in turn 4. And Turner going back out ahead. Shelley, Acosta, wheel to wheel for 3rd. Turner hangs on to the lead. Martin giving it everything to the inside of Jesse Turner. Near contact there with Jesse Turner. Martin gets the nose out ahead. And Luke Martin to the point at Indianapolis. James Shelley trying to go into 2nd place. But Jesse Turner, possibly the best car today, He's gonna have to get her wound back up again and go after that 0 car. Eric Burton very tough in this race. An old veteran coming back to life. Eric Burton looking for third. Burton to the inside of James Shelley. Ryan Acosta is there. Eric Burton trying to get some sort of momentum going. Shelley doors him off of turn 4. Jake Bassinger has cleared that battle for 6th place. Shelley trying to edge ahead. Burton sails it off into turn 1. Acosta's there too, but Burton gets out ahead of James Shelley. 3rd place is done, but for the lead, it'll be 15 laps to go when we get back to the line. The 17 car of Jesse Turner closing. He's going to make the move into 3. No, he isn't. He's going to wait. Oh, there he is. He's sneaky as Jesse Turner. He really thinks of his moves. The inside, can he make a pass that no one else really can? The high side in turn 4 has been very good. Martin, using Jesse Turner's tactics, keeps the lead. And Acosta looking for 3rd. Acosta has a car I think can fight for the win. But as the run goes on, that 45 car gets worse and worse, so there's no telling how that car will be. The 0 is going to have his hands full. Martin will have his hands full with Jesse Turner. Turner is the better car out there. Turner is going to make his move whenever he wants to because he can. He's got that kind of confidence in his machine, continuing to try and go to the inside. He may be able to stay alongside Martin. Not on this, I was going to say occasion, but man, you guys were ruthless at Texas. Acosta to his inside. I think Turner was caught sleeping and napping. I surely was. I was caught napping. Acosta made that move. And Turner, the best car right now. Down from 2nd to 5th. That's going to be interesting with what will be 13 laps to go. You got to give a lot of props to Dylan Schwellenberg. He has struggled with this Rodriguez racing car, along with Eric DeMax as well. DeMax has dropped outside the top 10 again. Sanford's back in it. But Schwellenberg not giving up. Neither is Bassinger. They can see the leaders. Ryan Acosta has a big run on Luke Martin. They're racing with lap cars further back. That could be very disaster. But Acosta making a move on Luke Martin. James Shelley a move on Burton. Acosta has friends on the inside, but Martin with the outside gets the advantage. And James Shelley moving up to the high side. That might not be a smart move. Acosta trying to clear Shelley. He's got the high ground, and Turner's going to see this as an opportunity to take 3rd. There he goes, up to 3rd place. Acosta's going to try it again. Lap cars are going to be a factor. And for the lead, Acosta and Martin, the only 2 drivers on the grid that have raced in Season 1 that is on the racetrack, wheel to wheel, in one of the biggest races of the Sony Cup Series. Acosta can't do anything there. Tuck's back in line, lap 90 on the board now. Eric Burton's there. You have 2 champions. Oh, is there a caution flag out? I think the caution flag might be out. Yes, it is. With less than 10 laps to go, the caution flag is out. We will get a restart. Luke Martin's the leader over Acosta, Turner, Shelley, Burton, Bassinger, Schwellenberg, Griffin, Sanford, and Young. That is the top 10. With less than 10 laps to go, things have ramped up and have gotten interesting. With less than 10 laps to go, nobody is going down pit road. And when you look at how many cars are on the lead lap, you can assume why. Nobody wants to come down pit road. Still over 30 cars running in this event. Much longer race than usual, this one. 250 miles, a special race. Luke Martin's out front, and he's trying to nab a 4th win of the season and try and tie Richard Johnson with 24 career wins. But behind them, drivers are looking to score big. A monumental win in their career. With less than 10 laps to go, it is business time. Coming back to the line, it will be 7 laps of racing to go. Luke Martin's won this race before. Ryan Acosta never has. Jesse Turner never has. James Shelley, Eric Burton there. They're the top 5. Jake Bassinger, Dylan Schwellenberg, Ryan Griffin, last year's winner, lining up in 8th. Charles Sanford, an old veteran, trying to nab 20 career victories. He's there in 9th, and Dylan Young, a past winner. Then you have Eric DeMax, Jordan Fisher, the point leader, Matthew Rodriguez, Alex Bianco, Chris Dodd, the top 15. It is money time at Indianapolis. We are green with 7 laps remaining. Ryan Acosta and Jesse Turner, they have a run, and they have a target on the back of that IKEA Chevy. Here comes Acosta. Kind of thought about it. Wanted to show Martin the inside, but we do know the outside's kind of the preferred groove you want to be in 3 and 4. You want to be able to make it past the inside in turn 1. They're racing for 4th place. Eric Burton needs to try and close that gap down. Dylan Schwellenberg has not been there all day. Really uses up a lot of power there on the 20 car to get this pass on the 97. He thought about powering back. Schwellenberg digging in the 20 car. He's the inside of the 8. But, whoa. Ryan Acosta to the inside of Luke Martin. This pass is going to be crucial. As we come back to the line, it'll be 5 laps to go. Ryan Acosta to the race lead. Getting that pass on Martin. The caution flag is out again. Racing back to the start finish line. This could be it. Ryan Acosta off turn 4. This could be the finish. And the wreck on the front straightaway. But Ryan Acosta taking the yellow flag. And what could have been the finish of the Indianapolis 250. Dejon Weeks is on the apron. Looks as though he may have had issues. Oh, man. The race may just be over. With 5 laps to go, we may get a 1-lap dash. Ryan Acosta's out front and is hoping that this finish ends under caution. Here's what happened. Dejon Weeks was signaling he was going to come to pit road, and then further back, a crash between Hayden Klein and Julio Caesar. And Caesar gets hit around by Alexander Rowe. And, man, Caesar gets hit by James. And Julio Caesar, for Joseph Shringley Racing, takes a wild ride on the front straightaway and miraculously drives away. That race car is tore up. Look at it. But that was a wild wreck. Here's another view of it. Slow-mo. Klein just gets in his left rear. Shades of 2015 of Indianapolis when Jeff James made that same kind of hit that took out the biggest wreck in Sony Cup Series history. Caesar, rookie driver for the Joseph Shringley Racing, did a great job to qualify in a big barrel roll. A hard barrel roll for sure. But he's going to end up driving away and possibly going to go out of the race with like 5 laps remaining. On board with Julio Caesar. Yeah, he never really seen it coming. He was so close to hitting the pit wall. Oh my goodness. Whoa, man. Well, good news that Caesar is able to drive away, and all seems fine. What a tough guy Caesar is. He just took a big lick in that race car, and he's going to drive away. On board with Jeff James. This is going to decide it. The pace car lights will need to go off when we come across the line for there to be any hope of a green flag finish, and will it be? Yes, there will be. There'll be a one-lap dash. We will finish this race under green. Ryan Acosta is out front with Jesse Turner in second, Luke Martin third. Dejon Weeks, the lap down race car, is in the middle of these guys. And it's a shame. Shame you can't bring them all down to the back. Dejon Weeks specifically in the 37. He is 33rd. And he is racing Doug Lockrow for position. But Eric Burton is in 4th place. And any hope really of any of the drivers further back of winning is kind of gone. Burton will need a restart of the lifetime, but with the way you have to restart with a big distance on these guys, and then you have to deal with the lap car, it's just going to be almost impossible. The race really will be from 4th. Really 4th. That's the best you really can do, because there's just no way you're going to get to the top 3. Burton Schwellenberg, and I really want to give a lot of credit to Schwellenberg. Dylan Schwellenberg drove the wheels off that car from the start of the race to now. He is just... That whole Rodriguez Racing camp has missed this weekend. They've just not been there. Ryan Griffin 6th, Bassinger 7th, Shelley 8th, Sanford and Young. And Rodriguez just not really been a threat to get in the top 10. But the win and the crown jewel of the Sony Cup Series, the Indianapolis 250. Who is going to win? One lap to decide it all. Ryan Acosta, Luke Martin, they both started back in Season 1 in the Sony Cup Series. Jesse Turner is one of the newcomers, but he has won in every Diego Yepes, a problem for him. He ran so good earlier. He's got an engine failure. The white flag is out. And Jesse Turner kind of got a good restart. He's going to have one chance in turn 3. He's going to get her wound up. Luke Martin's just going to have to defend for 3rd. There's no way he's getting 2nd place. Jesse Turner needs a good turn 3 and 4. Jesse Turner trying to get her wound up. A lot of cars single file. Nobody able to make a run at another. And probably one of the most anticlimactic finishes in the Sony Cup Series. Jesse Turner making a charge. But it's not going to be Turner today. It's going to be Ryan Acosta getting his 2nd win of the season. Ryan Acosta for Allen Family Racing Team gets the Indy 250. 2 years in a row, Allen Family Racing Team wins the big race. Kudos to Acosta. Ryan Acosta, a longtime driver for that race team. And Ryan Acosta scores his 7th win in the Sony Cup Series, ties Dejon Weeks, Sean Perkins, and Dylan Young for 7 wins in the Sony Cup Series. 2 wins this season, which he hasn't done that since 2017. And 2017 was really the last time he had won. And I believe there is a crash down in turn 3 and 4. But Ryan Acosta gets the victory. Nothing really changed on the final lap. But it was one opportunity, and you had to make the most of it. And it's just the way the restart rules work. Ryan Acosta wins over Jesse Turner. Luke Martin, big points day for him. Really a big points day for Turner as well. And Acosta. You can't count anybody out of the championship mix. It's a big win for Acosta. Acosta came into this race 114 trailing. He's going to close that point lead, and he's going to be within 100 points. Jesse Turner, his last few finishes have been 1st, 2nd, and 2nd. Luke Martin needed that run, got 3rd. Eric Burton 4th. That's a great result for him. He really shined and showed that he still has it behind the wheel. Dylan Schwellenberg rebounded top 5 for Schwellenberg. Ryan Griffin 6th. That's going to help him in his march to get into the top 10 in points. Jake Bassinger 7th. He may have just took over the championship lead away from Matthew Rodriguez, which we don't know where Rodriguez finished, but it was not the top 10. He didn't run there all day. James Shelley got 8th, a good top 10 finish for his hopes in the title race. Charles Sanford for Red Bull, good result. They ran really good all day. And Dylan Young, good job to him, coming home in the top 10. That is your top 10 results for the Indy 250. And again, congratulations to Ryan Acosta on getting the victory in the Indianapolis 250. This is such a big race, and for a driver of like a Ryan Acosta to get the victory, that's a fan favorite right there. And a lot of people probably very happy for Acosta to get this win. Let's get you our feature results and the standings after round 1.